Hello, so this video is about how to, well, really one access to creating more money with more free time and less stress. And this partly involves thinking in the long term versus short term. Most people's thinkings are in the short term. They go short term to short term. They plan only one day out. If they plan at all, they live moment to moment in their business. Whatever comes up as an emergency is the thing to do and handle right there and then. So customers may have complaints, you have to handle it. Or you have a prospect that's really driving for something right now and you got to handle them. And those are typically where people spend most of their time, moving from one emergency to the next, handling that. And there's very little time to start planning long term. So if you don't do any kind of planning, or even visualize, even a simple abstract thing like visualizing the future, if you don't spend enough time doing that, then you're behind on the 8-ball. Now, of course, it's insufficient to just visualize the future if you're not putting in some structure or planning on some numbers and some activity in the future. If you're not scheduling stuff to handle stuff in your longer term goals, your objectives, your 15-year, your 10-year, your 5-year objectives, if you're only thinking of the current day or the current week or the current month, maybe only the current year, then I'd say it's a huge opportunity cost, and it's the reason why most people are so stressed out, because they stress from day to day, and they're just worried about the next day. They just worry about, oh my God, if I don't do this, I might lose this deal. You might lose $10,000. But then they forget, if they spend that whole day working on something, they may not have to deal with that stressful client. Instead, they may get an idea or a plan, or something that builds up for the longer term and may bring them 3 times the annual income that they're making right now. But you see, you gotta step away from some of that stuff, or at least allocate. I'm not saying get rid of clients who are paying you right now and on whom you may depend on some cash flow for. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that at some point, you have to say enough is enough and allocate more time towards your long-term planning. If not, you're constantly caught up in the hamster wheel, going round and round every day. Every day is the hamster wheel. If you can picture it, this is yesterday, this is today, this is tomorrow, and that's all you're doing. It's just a hamster wheel. And but at some point, you got to break out of the hamster wheel and look. Okay, maybe I need a bigger wheel. Maybe the next step. It may not be the best step, but I need a bigger wheel that takes me somewhere further, and it's not stuck going in the same direction. But that needs some planning. And so I'm not trying to imply that you're a hamster in any form, but I know sometimes we behave like one. And I'm inviting you to step away from those behaviors and practices. So it really takes new practices, new questions, and new categories of information to break out of that. And so I know this is a very abstract thing, but I just wanted to plant that seed in you to think about. And if you have questions about it, obviously, please feel free to reach out and connect with me, and I'll be happy to have a brainstorming session where you can actually look at, or a coaching session to look at how you can actually look at different questions in a more realistic, concrete light, so that you can actually create a concrete plan to getting out of the short-term thinking and more into long-term objectives, which inevitably lends up to more money, more growth, more happiness, less stress over time. So I look forward to serving you, and I hope this video has served you as well. Have a great day.